Hey guys, what's up? A very happy Sunday to all of you. This is Mainak from Civil Center and I'm back with another video on the Tekla Structural Designer. So if you're new to this software, you can check out our playlist and the video on what is Tekla. And if you're new to our channel, you make sure you subscribe to our channel because we upload videos regularly on various software and concepts related to civil engineering. So without wasting the time, let's get started. So today we'll make a particular structure in this Tekla Structural Designer software. So first of all, we can go and create a new file here in the Tekla Structural Designer. And after it opens, we'll first of all create the construction levels. We'll go here and create the construction levels here, and we'll give a foundation level here of, let's say, we'll give the foundation level height of minus 1.5 meters. And after that, this will be our plinth level, and we'll insert level above it, and the level above it we'll just give it a spacing of, let's say, 4 meters. And we'll insert another level above it, and this time we'll give this a spacing of, let's say, your uh, 3 more meters. And we'll insert another level above it, and we'll give it a spacing of, let's say, 1.5 meters. So like this we can give the spacings, and we'll do this as your let's say top of steel, because we'll go for the steel structures, and we are doing this top of steel. Just click on OK, and after clicking OK, we're ready with the construction levels. You can check out using the structure window. These are the levels which have been created. So now let's create some grids for creating the columns. We'll just go here and create the rectangular grids using the rectangular wizard. It will create on the levels. Just click on next, and then you have this reach this X. So I want 2 rows in the X direction. Let's go for the 2 rows in the X direction, or you can even go for the 4 rows. And then you can also make sure you check the length here. I want to go for 3.5 meters. And after that, the Y also you can have change as per preference. I want to go for 3 here, and as you can see, 1 2 3 3 base of Y. And this length I want 4 meters, and then click on your next here, and next, and then finish. So after this grids have been created, and just click on escape, and as you can see, these grids have been created. Now just go to the column here, and you can insert the column as per your preference, and you can select the column grade here. And by the way, I'm working as per the Indian codes. If you want to work by different codes also, that option is also available. You simply want to go to home and go to model settings, and just change this country code to different country, or US, UK, whatever you want. I will also show by that also. Okay, so now we're going with a section. I'm just selecting any section from here. I'll go to edit, and I want to go for a rectangular section here, rectangular hollow sections. I will go for this one and select, and I will select all this. And after my sections are created, as you can see here, these are how my section looks like. So these are this my sections. So what I'll do, I'll go back to the structure base, and I will select all the columns which can rotate using the mouse right button. So I'll select all the intermediate columns here. Like this, you can select the intermediate columns, and I will do this layer levels. Just change the levels, and then as you can see, top level, I'll just do this as structure 1. And here, suppose we want to create a particular floor. So let's create a particular floor here. So we'll just go to this structure 1, and we'll just add your beams here. So for adding the beams, we'll go to model here, and select this beams, and here I'll just change the grade of steel here, Fe490, and this size I'm also going to change. I'm going to use rectangular sections here, hollow sections here also. We can go for this and select, and after that I'll select all the structure here, and go to check in the structure 3D. The beams have been created. Now I can just simply create some infill beams. You will go to model, or you can go to this option of your edit, and you have separate option here, create infills, and I'll go create infills by a number. Let me go for 4 infill beams, and then you can also select the grade, and the section also you can select. So I'll go with this section, and I'm also going for this. I'm going for circular hollow sections, going for this one. So like this you can create the infill beams. It's very easy process, and after that we let us see in the structure 3D. These are the beams and the infill beams which have been created, and go to the structure 1 and we'll apply some steel decks. We'll go to model here, and you have this slab on beams, and you have this separate option of steel deck. So we can apply the steel decks here if we want. So we'll just select all this, and as you can see we'll have to, the steel decks have been applied. So you can go to the structure, and after the steel deck have been applied, and here after going to the structure option, we can create some option of our trusses. So for the truss, I'll just select this particular option of truss, and two locations have to be selected, this, select this and select this, and after that just go to click on next, next, and then we'll go for a height of 1.5 meter, and we'll go for a Pratt or a Howe truss, and divisions will do as 3, and then click on finish. After the truss has been made, we'll just select this, and we'll go to the edit option and then copy, and then we can rotate the model properly and take the reference point of this and copy this to these points. And after that we can use some beams here. So we'll go to model and we'll select the beams, and after selecting the beams we'll just select the grade of steel also, and after selecting the grade of the steel, let's join this, and we'll just select this point, this point. So these beams have to be joined like this. So after this joining of the beams is complete, we'll go for the roof part. So let us complete this. Now this is completed. So we'll go to model here. Already we are in the model. Now roof panel, select this point 1, 2, 3, and here double click. Similarly, select this point 1, 2, 3, double click here. Like this, the roof panels have been applied, and after you apply the roof panels, you can apply some bracings. I'm going to select this X brace, and after that select this, and apply this bracings. So if this is red, it is not applied properly. We'll try again. Select this, and like this, now it is selected. As you can see, it is not in the proper position. We'll just cross it. Again, we'll try to place it properly. And so let's select this X brace again, select this point, this point, this point, and this point. So like this you can do, or else you can, let's just try this again. 1, 2, double click here. This also does. So you can apply both the procedure, single click, and then here double click. Similarly, single click, here double click. We're applying the bracings here, and let's apply here also, single click, double click. So procedure is very easy as compared to some other software as well. It is very user friendly. And here also single click, double click, single click, double click. So like this we have applied some bracings here. So in the roof also, if you want, you can apply some bracings. Single click, double click. So roof also you can apply bracings like this. Let's apply single click, double click. So let's apply this symmetrically. So we have applied the bracings here in the points which we want. Here also let's apply. So we have applied symmetrically. This one we'll just delete and just do again this one. Select this. If there is any error, you can just select and delete this properly, and after that you can select this bracing once again and properly just select this point and double click. Now it is done properly. So this is, you can see the bracings have been applied properly, and also the truss and the beams for the truss has also been applied. So after this completing this model, it's an honest opinion to save the model. Just please click on Ctrl+S, and after that you can save the model. I'm going to do this THD steel 1. Let's do this steel 1. I'm going to do this and save this model. And after I save this particular model, I'm just simply going to validate this, and if this is all are green, then it is okay. So after that we'll apply the loads. So let's go for apply the dead loads first. So I'm going to go to the load, and here load cases, I'm going to edit this. I need the dead load, I don't need the service load here. So I'm going to do this as imposed load, and the name I'm also going to change this to imposed, and I'm going to just click on here OK, and I'm going to go here again, and I'm going to go here again in load cases, and here I'm going to just do this, change this name as roof imposed, and here I'm going to change this type, this roof imposed, and then I want to change this very okay. All are the same case now. Now just click on OK. After that you can validate the model once again and apply the dead load first. So applying the dead load, just go to load here and select the dead load from here, and after the dead load, just we'll apply the dead load for this mezzanine floor, and dead loads for the mezzanine floor can be 1.5 kN per meter square. So here we'll just go to the level load, and here we'll just take a load of 1.5 kN per meter square for the mezzanine floor. Just apply the load here, and dead loads for this particular roof slab, we'll just apply it, and we'll just do this as your 0.5 and 0.5. So that portion we'll have to give as level load or area load 0.5 we can give like this along the element, and the area load have been applied. Now we'll go to the roof imposed load, and in the roof imposed load we can apply the roof imposed load of 0.5. So we'll apply the roof imposed load of 3. So let's do this as 3, and make sure you make this when it is the imposed load, make sure to do this as projected. So this will be the projected load of 3 kN per meter square. So you do this like this. The loadings have been applied, and after that you go to the loading, and if you want to design for the earthquake, go to the seismic wizard, and after that you'll go for the core spectra, and after that you'll define the plinth level, and the importance factor you can define as per the choice. I'm going for 1 because normal building, and then we'll use model response spectrum analysis, and after that you can select the type of the building. Here you can this moment resisting frame, this RC composite steel buildings, you can just select anything here. So I'm going to go with this steel composite MRF buildings here, and here also moment frame system. I'm going to select this, and we're going to select the next, and bring all this load combinations, click on finish. Some load combinations will be generated due to the seismic load. So we'll select operating. This is working as per Indian code, so I'll select all the limit state. In different code will I have different preferences, you can select as per that. I will also make a video on that also. Click on finish, and after that go to combination, and after going to combination you'll just click on this generate, and then I will generate the load combination in the operating scenario. All the limit state methods have been selected. I'll tell you again, this will be different for different country codes. Just click on next, next, and then finish, and after that your loadings will be applied. And after that you will just going to click on this, go to design, and simply click on this design all static. So as you can see, the structure has been designed here. Some members are passed, some members are failed. So the members which have failed, you can just change the properties of those members. So I'm going to select this, and after selecting this I'm going to change the section here. 150 currently hollow section has been selected. I'm going to do this 180, and this one also I'm going to select this, and I'm going to do this as 180. And after that, after changing this to, I'm going to go to this design, or I'm going to select this 2, and I'm going to go and right click on this, and I'm going to go to design selection static. Let's see what happens. So it is still failing, so I'm going to try some different section here. Just click on this, both of this, and trying some different sections. Go to edit here, and here I'm going to try some circular sections, and let's go with a section of your 350. Select, and after that right click, and then design selection static, and escape. So as you can see, this has been changed. So if you just want to change the top portion also, we'll just change this. So as you can see, I have used some higher sections and made this safe. Now you can always interpolate and just reduce the sections just to show you. So I can apply this section to this as well. As you can see, when it comes like this, you can just select this, all these 3. Let me select here, and all these 3 as well. The sections which are not just which are not passing, those sections I can select. Just use control button to select those, and here you can just have this option of your sections here, and then change this, and after that you can just anyway design, right click on that, and then design member or design selection static, and after that it will get pass. So like this you can change your sections to make them pass, and you can keep on experimenting to make the design more economical. So like this you can do. And if you want to generate the results, you can just simply go to this drawings here, and we'll have this various schedules. You can have your column schedule here, and this is for this RCC, and you can have this particular drawing management, and you can have this different schedules here. We'll just show this in different video. In this video, let's go and create some report. So for creating report, we'll go to report here, and we'll select this material listing, and then show report, and here you can see the total material which has been used in the project. It will be visible. You can change to the next page like this. Total steel which is used in the project is visible from here. So there are a lot of things which you can do using this software. We'll just show in the upcoming videos. Stay tuned to our channel, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do subscribe. Bye bye. See you in the upcoming videos.